everyone. Thank you for joining me today. So, the major newspapers and media is trying to paint a picture of Harry and Meghan living separate lives and living separate professional lives as well. Let's discuss. So, just one trip for the whole year that Harry and Meghan have done separately. They've been to Nigeria together on a tour. They've been to Colombia together on a tour. Earlier this year, they were in Jamaica together. They were in Canada together. And all the other trips they were together. They were at the SXSW back in March together. They were so together all year. And now Harry has done this one trip, and all the newspapers you can find are trying to drum up these separate lives. Even People magazine has an article that's titled Inside Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's New Dynamic. A twin track approach is evolving, friend says. And then People magazine has it as an exclusive. And in that, they're trying to present Harry as the philanthropic one and Meghan as the one that is pursuing entrepreneurial and commercial ventures. And a lot of other write ups I see have Meghan in California, 10,000 miles away, while Harry is alone in Africa. Yes, Harry went to his trip to New York, and from New York, he went to the UK where he stayed a few hours and did the Well Child charity, which he's a patron of. And then he went over to Africa and landed in the mountainous country of Lesotho with his friend Prince Seso, who they founded Centabali together. They have been through various areas where they looked at initiatives that it seems as if Centabali is responsible for funding some of them. And on that trip, he was also joined at some point by the board chair of Centabali. And of course, he met with the prime minister of Lesotho as well. So that trip, starting from New York, all charting all the way across continents, ending up in Africa, and his schedule is said to be a tightly held secret, according to this report.
Prince Harry has kicked off his visit to Lesotho. The Duke of Sussex arrived yesterday with his charity, which focuses on vulnerable youth. Now, joining us to discuss this further is my colleague Rapelang Khadebo, who's in Lesotho for us. Good evening, Rapelang. So, the prince arrived yesterday, and it coincides, of course, with the celebration of 200 years since the formation of the Basotho nation. Just talk us through his diary. What is he there to do?
Yes, good evening to you. Fortunately, it's a very contested trip. He has tried everything in his power so that he cannot get anywhere close to his diary.
So, as you can hear, they don't know where he will be until he gets there. But right now, it's being reported on Sussex.com that he's in Johannesburg, South Africa. This whole trip has been a long, continuous journey, and logistically, it had to have been a challenge to pull it all off smoothly. This article in People, and I might be overly sensitive, but this article to me just seems like more of a hit piece on Meghan, where they're being passive aggressive and talking about her making money while Harry's focused on philanthropic work. So the whole idea of how they're framing this, of after all this couple have done this year together, and now Meghan is doing her work and they're trying to frame it as this separation. One trip that looks logistically challenging for one person, and it sure would be even more so with two people traveling together and having to set up their home so that their children will be okay without them for this long of a trip. The only other time that this length of time away from their children would have compared to is when they were hijacked at the Queen's funeral back in 2022. And this one thing, they're writing whole articles across platforms about it. But this just shows how right Harry and Meghan are in the way they operate and the way they do not give the media unrestricted access to them. Because it's even said that Harry is releasing photos. There seems to be no journalist that is traveling with him that has access to print stories and take pictures as they will. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you will, and talk to you soon. Bye.